Was geht ab, Alien Savages? Und willkommen zu einer weiteren Episode. Good old, lass uns reden. Wow, fam. I have a lot to catch you up. So, sit back. Let's take a deep breath. Fully exhale. Inhale. And sigh. So, I think I uploaded it before this one. Oh, now that I speak it, I'm gonna. So, I hope you already watched my private session with Ryo. Like, one of my favorite Sasani channels. I love Ryo so much. So, you know Bashar, he's a Sasani channel, and he's not the only one. They're a bunch, and Ryo, I love him so much. You know, I have huge synchronicity with him. Especially recently, I wake up and there's almost every day something I'm watching from him, and I'm so often getting goosebumps, and like he's really talking to me, you know. I'm definitely like part of his collective. We really share a close connection, and that's why also he reached out to me or his team, and they were like, hey, do you want to have a private with him and share it with your audience? You know, just like this for free coming my way. Again, like, what does it mean? Higher self is like, Ferdi, here's some codes for you. Whoa! Yeah, I find myself so blessed, you know? Like, also the last private I got was Bashar. He doesn't really do privates anymore, but the universe just gave me one. He was like on Facebook, hey, there are 3 private sessions, and I got one of those, you know? Am I so special? Is it true? Calm down, we're all special. I'm just alien special, you know? But this isn't better than any other special. And I just need guidance, you know? And I'm here to share it. Like, it's our guidance. I'm like one of your guys, maybe. And I'm here to like gather information and can all give it to you in an easy, digestible, fun way. So I really encourage you to check it out. We went really deep. I haven't rewatched it yet. It was last night, and Faye was in the room. It was so magical. You know, it's like one thing what he's saying, and it's another thing what I'm receiving. By just being in each other's energies, the downloads I got was like really wow. Should we just like go a little into it of what I remember off the top of my head? Because I'm gonna re-listen to it soon. But yeah, there were some. Yeah, boah. Should I maybe listen to this before this podcast? No, it's all perfect. I want to catch you up about other things. Here we go. Like, I'm doing really well right now. I unlocked something that sounds simple, but it's huge for me, which is the other side of the island, Koh Phangan. As you might know, I live here in Thailand, on this island, Koh Phangan, which holds a really high frequency. And I live in the center of the conscious community here in the west side. West side. Is it west? Nie ohne Seife waschen. Yes. And it's a particular energy. And it is great. And also, I need a vacation from that. I need a higher vibe, a cleaner vibe to get different downloads and to finally breathe. Once I had this breakthrough 2 days ago when I went to the other side to go to the waterfall. I had this like, what I call vacation vibration. And there's something about the other side because it's deep nature. You know, once we humans take over all our shit, all our thoughts, once we like reach critical mass of so many humans and all the shit we bring and the structures we build and the nature we destroy, it's an enmeshment of a certain energy. And for like a really high vibe, you gotta get out. You gotta go out in deep nature, I'm telling you. You will see, like here, you know, I live on the beach. I live surrounded by deep nature, but there is like a little city next to me, you know, or like I live in it. And there are like so many energies. And I forget that how this energy is because I'm like, oh, here's so much nature and everything. And then I go out and I'm like, oh, because I had this feeling. I was like, I need to get out of this energy, but my excitement wasn't to leave the island. So I was like, what's going on? I'm excited to leave, but not leave the island. And then it was like, I got all the synchronicity, like go to the other side, go to this waterfall. So I went, and then it was like this, like what I just described, like, And it takes like 2 hours to be at the waterfall to let go of the mind. And after that, you really get the benefits. So I really encourage you, go into deep nature, but you have to stay. Like see it as like discipline. Okay, I have to stay at least 2.5 to 3 hours. And I'm telling you, it takes like 2 hours to really let all the enmeshment go of your humanness. And then after 2 hours, you're just like on this really high vibe, and it doesn't feel ungrounded because nature is matching that high vibe. But you need actually deep nature. Like the waterfalls on this side, they're not so much doing it for me anymore. They're amazing. But on the other side, this is just the real deal. There's just like this waterfall that goes on forever. I quickly blow my nose. So yesterday I went again. And both days I bumped into Faye. And wow, her and I, we had such a magical time there. Yeah. And it's really like, I come home from the waterfall, and I can feel driving to this side how I add density layers. And I'm like, oh, this is the vibration here. And Ferdi, you need to leave that regularly. And don't get me wrong, I love Sritanu, I love this conscious bubble we have here, because I want to live a life where that isn't too far. Like living on the other side, this would be too far. But I can feel being so drawn there that maybe in the next month or years, I will live on the other side. It's like when I first came to Kopangan, I was like, this is too high vibe, this is too hippie, I'm not ready. And then I went back to Berlin, and I was like, actually I'm ready, you know? And this is the same feeling I have right now, that I'm so drawn to the other side because I want to live in this vibration. Because here I do get ungrounded because I'm getting on such a high vibe, and ungrounded in a sense of like I'm super grounded in, like I'm actually really solid. I'm super grounded in the normal sense. But I rather, let's say maybe get irritated, that's a better word, by the difference in vibrations. When I get on a really high vibe, but then I have all this humanness, all this blah, all these stories around me, and constantly need to balance that and also like act like a human, you know, in this like societal way, which is full of programming. And go into deep nature for 3 hours regularly, and it does something to you. I'm telling you. Like show some discipline. Like actually, okay, I'm gonna go into deep nature and I'm gonna stay. And if you wanna leave, ask yourself, why do you wanna leave? Oh, I'm hungry. Bring food. Oh, I'm thirsty. Bring water. Oh, I'm cold. Bring clothes. Oh, I wanna move. Then move. Like I love the other side of the waterfall because movement for me is still a big one. When I move, when I walk, it's way easier. I still struggle with stillness. And that's why I love this waterfall, because I can hike forever. It goes like to the ocean, and it goes for a long time. So I usually like go there, and the first 1 to 2 hours I'm just like hiking. This helps me a lot. So whatever is needed, that you can stay. But don't distract yourself. Like I was listening to Willa and Bashar. I really like started doing that again because it's really good for me. I'm gonna blow my nose. Yeah, it's really good for me as a reflector, or for anyone, or whatever excites you, but speaking about myself, just Willa and Bashar, to lean against them, you know? That like, oh yeah, this is where I wanna go. I wanna ascend, I wanna go forward, I wanna shift in a higher dimension, and I'm taking this seriously, you know? It's like in the Rio reading, it was, Ferdi, it's up to you, however long you wanna take. Like when I asked him the question, like, yeah, some of my friends, they're going crazy and they're feeling psychotic and they're wondering, should I fall back asleep and enter the matrix because this big shift might take 5 more years? Or should I really move forward and let go of fear and stuff? And I said, like, I'm asking for a friend, but I actually asked for myself. And he said, like, it's up to you. And like, it really synced in my body. And I was like, yes. And in the last podcast, I already made it clear, like, I'm taking this shit serious now, you know? I don't want to distract myself so much anymore. Where we are right now is not my favorite. Things are shifting fast. It's because I'm shifting fast and I want to keep shifting fast in a way that feels good. And in order to do that, I gotta fool ass this ascension shit by now spending more time in deep nature and not distracting myself so much and being present with everything that is actually coming up, like healing from my past relationship and moving forward with Faye and establishing this bond and staying more and more grounded in our relationship. And if I play around, I lose her, you know, and there is no loss, and then I will find someone else, but I don't want to. Like, I really love her, and I want this vibration. This is like actually what I was receiving because I am in this vibration. And now showing that reflected, like, I have a best friend. Faye is my best friend. And this is everything to me. I finally have someone that fully gets me, and we have the best time, and all I want is this. And of course I want to stay sincerely on my path. So yeah, she's really good for me. She's really inspiring. Because without a best friend that is also going the path, I sometimes get like, oh, I'm feeling lonely and I want to like slow down that other people can catch up. But this is such a weird, twisted belief. Because if you slow down, everyone is slowing down. Because you're choosing that reality to match that reflective. But if you keep growing and everything, everyone else is too, you know, because that's your reality. So it's up to you. And yeah, the last days, like it felt really good. I was like, Freddy, stop playing around, you know. The last podcast, I was like, oh, I'm depressed and stuff. I was really experiencing drowning in my emotions, kinda. That I'm like, meh. And I'm so conscious that I know I create that. In a sense, I cannot disconnect from the bigger picture, from my belief structure that there is no emotion in a vacuum. There is no emotion without a belief. The belief comes first. And for me, it is fun. Don't get me wrong. It is super fun to really be emotional and really go in it. But I cannot lose myself in it because I know I'm creating that. And I love to create it because if I really go into it and having like a big low, like I recently had with my like depressed podcast, I really dwelled, I think is the word, dwelled in these negative emotions. And I'm fully conscious that I create them. I could also stay the old Ferdi and be really stable. But when I'm really stable, I don't really have lows, but I also don't really have highs. It's getting really cold, actually, you know? It's getting more like grayish, like the gray timeline of getting less and less emotional. And I love the emotions. So I love to actually dwell in my emotions because I know if I go deep and really like, why is the shift not happening sooner? And I wish this would already happen yesterday. And back then everything was better. And just like really dwell in it. By that experience of like a low, which is like, this is powerful. Get that. Listen up. I enjoy that low because I can combine it with like I listen to music and I'm in this emotional mood. It's like a whole movie I'm creating. It's like this nostalgia is like gold actually. Like these emotions, I'm like, like how much I miss Britney and like grieving our baby we killed and it's over and going to the collective and crying. And then after this low, I experienced a high, you know? So I love this roller coaster. But I do that at this point. I cannot not do it consciously, you know, because I know I create it. And now, what do I want to say? Or maybe now I'm even more conscious about it. Maybe the last month, yeah, exactly, yeah. I was always conscious about it for like, since I'm awake, since a long time. But since I got in the relationship with Brittany and also like afterwards, I got a little out of being so conscious about it. Because Brittany really didn't like me, I feel like, being so alien. And I get it, you know? Like, listen to the Rio podcast I made with him. It's like all drama, we're just doing it for our own entertainment. And I'm so thankful for the drama Brittany brought in my reality. It was such a wild movie. I don't want to miss any second of it. How creative is she? Wow. And if she would actually followed me on the alien route, it could have been like really boring. And now we had this wild Western movie and now I have something to heal. How exciting. But I did also forget a little. I did fall a little asleep. So now I'm listening to more Bashar again and stuff and really like, oh yeah, I get it again to this level where I got it before. And now I want to stay on this level because I actually now want to shift to a higher dimension. I actually want to move forward. I've done donuts here now long enough and created all kinds of wild movies. I wanna move forward because I see what's to come. And I know why I'm here, and if I don't do it, someone else will take my place. Because this is how it works. Like, I have the choice. I cannot be me and then someone else is me, because someone needs to do that. And I want to do it, you know? I want to be a new Earth leader why I came here, you know? And I'm really good at this, but I gotta like stay in my power. I cannot like really doubt myself, and I gotta like really be a leader and show up as this. Like, you hear it in my voice right now, you know? And yeah, just yesterday, the Rio session, it really empowered me. It really empowered me. I was like, Ferdi, stop playing stupid. It's fun to play stupid, but I was also portraying myself a little. I like really went deep in the emotions. Like, I really allow you inside my head, but I really allow you inside my head, which is like the most vulnerable shit ever, inside my head and inside my heart. And I know I was playing through my physical mind. And I sipped it on like the bigger picture and what my higher self is telling me. And then I feel like, but I guess it's just the haters, you know, who want to get it wrong. Like, oh, Ferdi doesn't get it. I'm like, yeah, fuck you, like shift away. I was just like, because we all still have our physical mind and it's talking blah blah. And I just show you that I also have like the blah blah voice, and I was giving it space, which is so important, you know, because otherwise people often feel like something is wrong with them. If I just like stay on the higher route and speak, like channel my higher self, you're like, oh yeah, I get it, but something is wrong with me because I still doubt myself. No, nothing is wrong with you. So that's why I'm gonna stay on this vibration where I share so vulnerably. And also I invite you to not drown in your vulnerability of getting into victimhood of like, poor little me. You know, some people, I see them, they start sharing vulnerable and then they get so much love for it because they get in victimhood. And this is not what I'm doing. And this is not what I'm recommending. I'm like, stay in your power, reclaim your power. It's so nice to play like little me, but knowing that what is the underlying belief and that you're creating that right now. And that there is something, like you want to reach a bottom because you want to find something. And this is how powerful we are. We do it consciously. We're consciously diving to the bottom of emotions, of negative emotions. Like how Faye, the other day, she was breaking up with me. Just she had a ceremony in her own energy. Like, I didn't know anything about it, but she was breaking up with me. And she really had a ceremony where she was diving in and she was crying and crying. and she really got to the bottom of something. And if you want to go that deep in levels and explore and be a fellow truth seeker, you gotta do it consciously. Otherwise you drown in it, you know, and then you don't even dare to go that far. So all I'm saying is here, let's stay real, let's stay vulnerable, and also let's stay conscious, let's stay awake that we're creating that and we're responsible for ourselves. And no one else can get us out of any shit but us, only us, you know. So I caught myself, like here, the last podcast where I was like, I'm depressed. This was like, for me, a rock bottom. And now I'm showing you how consciously I go up again and how I got out of there by getting my shit together, following my joy, knowing what's good for me. Faye, go to the other side. Go to the waterfall. I'm telling you, it sounds so simple, but this was a big breakthrough. This is what I needed. My soul was a little starving in this energy here, and I needed to get out. I'm gonna blow my nose. Wow, I feel like I got a little intense here. Let's take a deep breath, my friends. You know, just spitting some truth. It's okay to get intense every now and then. Let's take a deep breath. So, Faye's podcast equipment arrived. I'm gonna set her up. She's gonna start her podcast soon. I'm gonna keep you up to date and share how I'm feeling and my journey. And I really got the download yesterday. I gotta take you along as a leader on the journey to be a fellow guide, you know? And so I'm gonna... I just wrote something down. So I'm gonna give you homework. I'm gonna, I reach here my collective. Like, we're all in the same boat. We are a collective. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here and still listening and resonating. And we can all channel as information what we collectively need. And it's so important that we hold each other accountable. You know, this is family. Like, we're in the same boat and we love each other. Like, you wouldn't listen here if you wouldn't love me. And we're going the same place. And it's so important to hold us accountable. Like, since Faye is in my reality, like now, I don't know, almost a week went by and I haven't like watched porn, you know, and our sex is so wow because of that, because she motivates me for that. Because without her, I'm like, yeah, I'm not having sex, so I'm like, whatever. And then, you know, but once we have people in our life, so yeah, and I'm here, you know, I'm here. And you're part of my collective. And I'm going to give you homework. And this one for now is first to check out the Rio one, my last upload, but you already have. Like my OG Vegan Savages, my Alien Savages, you already have. But the homework is to go to Higher Mind and listen to the newest uploads. Whoever uploads to the Spotify account Higher Mind is really connected to me, because it's so synchronistic that it's, is it me? I don't know. I'm gonna upload, so the latest 3 uploads are gonna be the 5 levels of mastery, because we're doing our homework in a sense. We're doing the shit grounded. So we're moving through the levels of mastery, and the first one is the cryptic. We have to like really root to nature, connect to nature. Our branches can only reach as far into heaven as deeply our roots reach into the ground. So we have to like really get grounded, be grounded, and stay grounded. We have to take that important. Otherwise, we quickly fly away. We cannot go far. And I was trying to skip the cryptic level because I was like, boring. Being in nature so much, I want to already like go in my UFO and move on and shapeshift and stuff. But this is not how it works. You gotta like really be rooted to expand further. So that's why the Willa vibration is right now really powerful for us to receive. And I give you the homework to listen to the 3 uploads at Higher Mind, the last ones. I'm gonna link it down below, of the 5 levels of mastery, 1, 2, 3. And start spending time in deep nature every day, almost every day. Best is every day, but never beat yourself up. And yeah, go into deep nature. And like deep nature, you come back and you have this glow, like this bubble around you that lasts like for 2 days or so. So like deep nature doesn't need to be every day. And like less is more as long as you do it consistently. Yeah? Like, you know, it doesn't matter how slow you go as long as you don't stop. So yeah, really start getting used to sitting in nature. Or like spending time in deep nature and see what it does to you. And this is like, I'm telling you, it's like, this is what we're looking for. You want to like feel high. I was like yesterday to Faye, we were at the waterfall and it was so wow. And we made love and we drank cacao and we like sing and met other friends there. And it was so magical. And like after 4 hours or so, we left and then the ride back, you know, the colors are more intense, the music is like more beautiful. I'm really high. This is the best truck ever, like deep nature, I'm telling you. I was listening to this German rap album and I was like, wow. Like from Nico Suave. I'm gonna tell you because for my Germans it's a really good album. Like the beginning is really good. There were some really good songs in it. Unvergesslich, 2015. And I was listening to it in chronological order and the ride back, and then I go to 7-Eleven and I get a little Sprite, and then we go to Xantiva and we go to the sauna and we go to the hot tub, and we're just so high of this afterglow of nature, and we're bumping into people and we're all filling them also up with our inner riches because they're so full. And then we go to Casey Kitchen and we get pad thai and we get a mango avocado salad, and we get banana waffles and we get a coconut shake, and we're like being so like it doesn't matter so much what we do afterwards. We are just so high, and this high is what I was looking for. This is what I was missing. And it's I really encourage you, really motivate you, spend more time in deep nature. And then we got home here and we had the Rio channeling, and it was such a beautiful day yesterday. And then I imagine if I wouldn't go to the waterfall, because I could feel this restlessness in my place here, and instead of then evolving by going to the waterfall and doing what's good for me, I could devolve and just like feel tired and go to bed, but I'm not actually tired, but I cannot sleep, but I'm having no energy because I need to get out of this energy. Because what is energy? Energy is endless. Like we can always tap into infinite energy once we like actually follow our joy. And like once I got to the waterfall, I got so much energy, you know, but when I was here I was like really tired. So like this like deeply tuning into your body. And I'm telling you, us getting on a high vibe, we gotta spend time in deep clean nature. So yeah, okay, I feel like this is it. I want to go to the gym now and upload this for you and upload the Rio for you, and then probably maybe go to the waterfall again today. Like, yeah, why not, you know? This is like my highlight right now. Okay, I feel like this podcast was really all over the place, but I love it. I don't judge myself. I just give you always what's raw, what's alive. And it's happening, you know? And everything is welcome. We go through different stages, and they're all really important. We have to honor the stage we're in right now. This is the only way how we get on the next level. So whatever stage you're in, don't beat yourself up. See that this is your stepping stone, and you gotta fully dive into that to like get to the next one. So yeah, check out the Rio one, check out the Villa on Higher Mind, and that's it. Thanks for listening. Until next time, peace out.